Hello, everyone. Let me read from Genesis chapter 11, verse 1 to 9. It says, Now the whole earth had one language and one speech. And it came to pass that as they journeyed from the east, they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. Then they said to one another, Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly. They had brick for stone, and they had asphalt for mortar. And they said, Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth. But the Lord come down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men had built. And the Lord said, Indeed, the people are one, and they all had one language, and this is what they begin to do. Now, nothing that they propose to do will be withheld from them. Come, let us go down and there confuse their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from there over the face of all the earth, and they ceased building the city. Therefore, its name is called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of all the earth, and from there the Lord scattered them abroad over the face of all the earth. If we notice, then we will see in Genesis, whenever someone headed east, there was problem. I don't know why, but this is what I have noticed. When Adam and Eve were expelled from the garden, they moved east of Eden. When Cain left the presence of the Lord, he went east to Nod. Even Lot settled to the east of Sodom. In this chapter 2, what we see is the people headed east and end up in the plain of Shinar. But that is not what we're going to discuss. We are not going to discuss about east problem. But what is or what was the biggest problem in building a tower? That is what we're going to discuss. What was the biggest problem in building a tower? Bible is very clear about the problem. In Bible we see that they didn't build. As they were building, they talked to one another, and as they talked to one another, from their speech we can understand that they were not building it for God's glory. They were not building it to get more closer to God, but they were trying to make a name for themselves. This is what in verse 4 it says. People says, Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top is in the heaven. Let us make a name for ourselves. So, though they built a tower whose top is in the heaven, but still they didn't build it to get more closer with God, but they build it so that they can make a name for themselves, so that they can glorify their name, so that they can earn that glory. As they did this, the people ignored God. And in response to that, Lord said, if as one people speaking a same language, they had begun to do this, then nothing they plan, you know, to do will be impossible for them. So come, let us go down and confuse their language so that they will not understand one another. So everything backfired to Babel. But that's not, there's no, surprise. Human being and, are no match for God. Whenever there is a conflict between God's plan and human's plan, it doesn't take a genius to figure out who is gonna win. Psalm number 2, verse 2 to 4, it says, The king of the earth text stands, and the rulers gathered together against the Lord. But let's see what God do. The one enthroned in heaven loves, and the Lord scoffs at them. This stand true even today. Sometimes as a Christian, though we are Christian, sometimes we hear Christians say, I have decided to build a house, I have decided to buy that plot, I have decided to do that job, I have decided to marry that person, I have decided to to buy a car. But often we do not seek Lord's will over our plan. So remember one thing very clearly, that God is far better expert than us, no matter what field maybe. But God, in all the field that we are dwelling, is far better expert than us. So if we really believe in God of the Bible, if we really believe in God of the Bible, it is foolish for us to try to live our life as independent Christian. Let's seek God's will in all aspect of our life, and you will surely see God's favor, God's grace, God's answer, God's building in all aspect of your life. God bless you.